Through as much as I can on the story of voice. Again, we didn't realize we were going to be able to talk about this prior to coming out here. Deal closed at the end of May, and the buyer, Block One, ended up announcing the deal on June 1st at a big conference. They had a blockchain conference, and what the buyer is doing with this is they are establishing a new social network on their own blockchain. They own or founded the EOS.io blockchain. So they're running voice, I believe, on EOS. And the story of how we got to having this blockchain company kind of come to us to acquire this domain name from MicroStrategy is a public company that certainly very large. Domain names is not their only thing they do. They do own a good portfolio, mostly first names and such, but they of course have voice. And what happened was late last year, Block One came to us to acquire a different name. And GoDaddy has a bit of background. We specialize in buyer-side negotiations, inbound negotiations, and have for years. And so what we try to do is optimize our platforms right now to get as many leads as possible. And we do that via the Afternic with the registrar integrations we have, but also what we call our domain broker service. Prior to a few months ago, it was called Domain Buy Service, but did a little bit of rebrand there. So our domain broker service is somebody comes to GoDaddy.com, tries to find the domain name, types it in, and if it's not available, we'll say, well, let us help you get that name. You pay an upfront fee, essentially earnest money, make sure that you're serious about actually moving forward with the transaction. And then you get one of our brokers to talk you through this. And what we really try to do is try to assist in the negotiations, assist in the pricing, let a buyer know if they're way off base, too high, too low, whatever. Rarely tell them too high, but certainly we'll tell them when they're too low. And for this other domain that Block One ended up getting, it was a good communication, and they really built a relationship with Josh, who's the broker that we assigned to them. And then they came to Josh again and had two other names that they wanted to buy. This was late last year. They bought those names. They were going to go live, I believe. The timing of this was June 1. They had this big release. And they own voice.io. They use .io. There's EOS.io for their blockchain. And they own voice.io. I think they were going to go live with that. But they knew the value of the com. They knew they would lose traffic on the com. So they came in strong to our broker team that they had built the trust and that they had built the relationship with, and said, we really need the .com to go live. We want to make sure this is a serious thing. And a lot of negotiation back and forth. MicroStrategy is an excellent seller, of course, for somebody to get to 30 million, you have to understand that they probably said no on deals that most anybody else would take. And that is one of the things as a seller, they understood the value of their own domain name and sold really at a price. And luckily we had a buyer that was willing to step up and understood the value. And that's kind of how all that came about. And then, boy, the stress of starting negotiations, what was it, mid-April or so, I think, is when they reached out to us. And June 1 was when they had their huge keynote and launch plan. So not only was it, let's go ahead and have an 8-figure sale, but it was, it needs to close by June 1. And we ended up closing it on May 30th. So it was to the minute down, had to get on the inside, the money transferred, the domain transferred, of course, the lawyers were involved, everybody was involved. So quite a bit of stress on the brokerage team. If you guys wonder what it takes and what good brokers do, getting that thing done, getting all the red tape removed, getting the smooth transaction, these guys, Alan's, the domain team, a lot of brokerage guys I kind of want to mention, but the DBS team specifically, we wrapped in every management person we had and spent long hours getting this deal done. So that's essentially how voice came to be. It was build trust, and then use that to trust our service and build a negotiation. So from that, now we can go into the official. I only spent 9 minutes on that, so we can go to the official